So to transform something is to change it, okay? Not necessarily to be changing it in size, maybe changing the position of it. So in geometry, there are specific ways to describe how a figure is changed. The transformations that you will learn about in this unit is the translation, rotation, reflection, and the new one for you is the enlargement. So you're going to learn about enlargement. It's so easy, by the way. The properties of transformations, and the essential question, what properties of a figure are preserved under translation, reflection, or rotation? Yani, what is the property of the shape? When you do a translation, you know, in the translation, it's like you are sliding the shape, or you're moving the shape from place to another. And you know, when you move, for example, your book from the table to, or from the school to your home, it's going to be the same book. It's not going to be a larger one in size or smaller one in size. So when you do reflection, it's the same thing. When you look at yourself at a mirror, it's the same you. You're not going to be a huge one in the mirror. Rotation, same thing. It's turning something. When you turn something all around, it's going to be the same shape with the same size, but it's just flipped or rotated to a different direction. We're going to start with the reflection. So this is actually how the reflection is going to be. It's looking at a mirror, or for example, if you see that monkey, it's the same monkey in the mirror. The bridge of the river, can you see the reflection on the river of the bridge? It makes like a beautiful image, by the way. So this is a reflection of the bridge through the river. An object can be reflected in a mirror line. Okay, so we call the line that we reflect our shape about is mirror line. So this is a mirror line. And of course, the mirror line will be given to you. Or axis reflection. What do they mean by axis of reflection? They mean the x-axis or the y-axis. Okay, or the mirror line. They sometimes call it axis of reflection, but in general, we use mirror line to describe it. So we use it to produce an image of the object that we're talking about. So here, each point in the image must be the same distance from the mirror line. Yani the distance from the pencil here, the original pencil from the mirror line should be exactly the same distance for each point of the image of the pencil from the mirror line. And the distance from here to here is the same from the other side of the mirror line. The distance from the point of the pencil here, from that point to the mirror line, should be the same as the distance on the other side. So again, what's the difference between original and image? Original is the original shape that we talk about. This is line of reflection, or the mirror line, or the axis of reflection. And this is the image. So that was the original picture, and we reflected it to this side. This is the image. A reflection can be seen in water, in a mirror, in a glass, or in any shiny surface. An object and its reflection have the same shape and size. So see, when this shape reflected here, it's still the same shape with the same size. It didn't get larger or smaller. But the figures face are in opposite direction. يعني بتصير كأنه they both look at each other. Now, how do we do the reflection? Look at this. If we reflect the quadrilateral ABCD in this mirror line, sometimes they tell you in the question to Label your whole shape after reflection by a letter. Like for example, this quadrilateral, if you label it, if you reflect it, label your image with L. So you reflect your shape and inside it you write L. Sometimes they tell you, like here, label the image by A prime, C prime, D prime, and so on. And you look, this is your shape. That was A, now this is gonna be A prime. That B is gonna be B prime, C is going to be C prime, D, the closer one, look at the distance of D, the other side, this is the distance for D prime. Do we have to do the primes all the time? No, it depends on the question. If the questions tell you, put the primes of it, you do it. Otherwise, you don't. خلاص, you just put a letter inside the shape or you don't do anything if they didn't mention that. So that's the object, that's the mirror line, and this is the image. The image and the object are congruent. Congruent means same size, same shape. Okay? What's Sarah?
Sure, I did not understand, like, what do you mean by primes, like how to put them?
هاي الشحطة شفتيها؟
Yeah.
That's it. That's the prime. That was the original shape. This is the image of it.
Like what, like إنه صح بيسألونا like put letter L يعني لازم نحطها جواتها؟
لا جوا بتحطي اللتر بس ما بنحط primes. احنا in general we don't use the primes. بس label that shape with letter L. يعني for example they will tell you after doing the reflection, label your image with letter L. So inside your image you just put L. You don't put the primes outside.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. We don't use the primes. Okay. طيب هلا look here. This is a point. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 units away from the line. So from the other side, it's going to be 4 units away from the mirror line, and the same as the other unit and as the else. هلا احنا we generally use this, the grid papers, to do translation. Tamara, do you want to say anything?
I just wanted to say that I'm here and
I saw
just
you.
didn't
Yeah.
write my name.
Okay. خلاص, you will write it in the end.
Okay.
So reflect the triangle in the y-axis. So that triangle is given to you, and you have this x and y-axis. They tell you reflect the triangle in the y-axis. First of all, you should draw your y-axis. We already can see it, but or you can draw it with your pencil just to focus on that line only. The y-axis is the same as the line of x equals 0. We don't have x's here. We don't care about the x-axis. So we just care about the point 0 of the x-axis. Anyway, this is the y-axis. We need to do reflection for this triangle. If you look at this point, how many units is it away from the y-axis? It's 2 units away. So see, how do we count the units? Just count the squares. So it's 1, 2 squares away from the mirror line. Now count on the other side 2 units. So this is 1, 2 squares, and you put an X for this point. So we did one of the vertices of the triangle. If you choose another point of the triangle, if we choose this one, count how many squares is it away from the mirror line. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So go to the other side of the mirror line and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your point is going to be up here. The point down is count the squares again. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away from the mirror line. So now go to the other side of the line and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be here. So you have 3 points on the other side. We're done with the points of the triangle. This is 1, 2, 3. Just match your points. So if you match the points, you will get the triangle on the other side. What, Sarah?
Teacher.
طبعا بس just a second سارة. الباقي انتبهوا لأنه إذا حد سألني سارة question أو question already حكيته ما رح أرجع أجاوبكم إياه. Yes, سارة.
Like, teacher, we can use the tracing paper?
Sure, you can, of course.
Yeah.
You can bring your tracing paper, put it over the shape, or just flip it to the other direction and draw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome. What, Mariam?
Teacher, when you counted the second line, shouldn't it be like 6.5, not 7?
ليش 6.5? هي it's a whole square away.
Like a half of the square.
Miss, until you count the distance from point to mirror line. مش count how many squares shaded.
Oh.
Distance, it's a distance. Zena.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Welcome. What's Zena?
Teacher, if they told us to reflect the triangle in the x-axis, we're gonna do it like
We will have a question about
under
that.
under.
Yeah.
So they will they will meet together.
Not together. Only one of them, either y-axis or x-axis. They don't give you both at the same time.
Okay.
هلا we will have questions. Look at this, for example. Reflect this quadrilateral and the x-axis. So this is our quadrilateral. And where is the x-axis? هلا the x-axis is this. This is the x-axis. In the x-axis, all the y's are 0 because we don't care about the y-axis. So this is the shape. This is the mirror line. هلا we have 4 vertices for this quadrilateral. Let's start with them one by one. Started with this one, for example. Count the distance, girls, okay? The distance from that point to the x-axis. It's 1. By the way, you can figure it out from the y-axis. It's on 5 units away. Or if you want to count the squares, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to count 5 again under the x-axis. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the other point is going to be here. هلا, if you look at this point, it's 6 squares above the x-axis. So you count down 6 again. So this is 6. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be here. Let me just point it here. Okay. About this one, it's 3 units away. So you need 1, 2, 3 units down. So this is the other point. Look at number 2. 2 is exactly on the x-axis. يعني there isn't a distance between this point here of the quadrilateral and the x-axis. So no need to count to the other side on the x-axis. It's still on the x-axis. So you have this point and this, يعني any point on this mirror line itself stays on the mirror line itself because the distance is 0. And those are the other 2 points. Now, when you're done with counting all the points, you just need to match them. So we match this and this and this and this. You match the 4 points that you pointed. Okay, let's do one more question about the translation. Yes, the translation. Okay, so here you have this triangle. They tell you here the mirror line is x equal to. So reflect this triangle in that mirror line, x equal to. When x equal to, go to the x-axis and find where is 2 on the x-axis. This is it. That's 2 on the x-axis. How do you draw the mirror line x equal to? It means whatever the y is, x all the time is 2. So this is the line of x equal to. Look, when y is 0, x is 2. When y is 1, x is 2. When y is 2, x is 2. When y 3, x is 2. When y 4, x is 2. Whatever the value of y is, x is all the time 2. So the line of x equal to is going to be parallel to the y-axis. So now that point, as you see, is on the mirror line, so it will stay on the mirror line. Let's choose another point. This point, if you count the distance here, you will find it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away to the other side and put the point, or an X, whatever you choose. The last point, it's 1, 2. 2 units away from the mirror line, so you count 1, 2 units away to the other side of the mirror line. So you got the 3 dots of the triangle, you just match them. You connect the 3 points. So this is the reflection of it. Okay? Here we need to do a reflection for this quadrilateral in the y equals -1. So this is the y-axis. Where is -1 on the y-axis? Here it is. That's -1. So you draw a parallel line to x. So be careful. When you're given the mirror line as y equal, your line is going to be parallel to the x-axis. But if you're given that the mirror line is x equal, it's going to be parallel to the y-axis. It's opposite. Okay, so this is y equals -1 or -1. Now, again, you just count the distances for each one. That point is 1 unit away from the mirror line, so it's going to be 1 unit away from the other line, the other side. This one is 6. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you count down 6 again and put your point. Now, that point is 7 units away, so you count under the line 7 and you put your dot or your circle or whatever. The last one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful. Don't mix up between the x-axis and our mirror line. Okay, so we need that. That's why I want you to draw the mirror line with your pencil. And diamond transformations, we do them on the paper by using pencils, not pens. So here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you count down 4. And we connect all the blue dots. So this is our shape after reflecting it. Okay, Jude, any question?
Teacher, for the slide before, there is a point you flipped it not on the mirror line. Can you go back, please?
What?
This point.
The 2.
Yeah.
Yes, that was by mistake. Here, it's supposed to be here.
I thought it was right.
لا. It's 1 unit away. It's actually
Yeah, it's
here.
Yes.
So your shape أصلا مبين الشيب إنه هيك a little larger.
Yes.
It's supposed to be like that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jude. And I wanted to tell you about this بس نسيت. شفتوا مع إني قلت لكم إنه be careful not to mix it up بس there was a mistake here. Lean, yes, Lean.
Yes, teacher, I just wanted to tell you the same thing as Jude. Sorry, I will lower my hand.
Okay. طيب, let's go now to the next question. Here we have this triangle. We need to do a reflection. Lean, mute yourself. Reflect the triangle in the line y equals x. هلا, what do we mean by the line y equals x? يعني when y is 0, x is 0. When y is 1, x is 1. When y is 2, x is 2. When y 3, x 3. When y 4, x 4. When y negative 4, x negative 4. So the y equals x is all the time like this. This is how the y equals x. هلا, if you have negative y equals negative 6 حيكون بالعكس, parallel to this direction. Okay, so هلا, that point, as you see, stays on the mirror line. هلا, look how do we count. I just want to show you how do we count for the other points. هلا, this point, إحنا we count how many squares is it away from the mirror line. So you طبعا I can't do it accurately لأنه ما رح يطلع الline straight. So you should measure by the ruler. Oops. How much is this point away from this one? Or I'm gonna use this from here to here. Okay, you can use the ruler for that and count the same to the other side. From this point until you reach that point. طبعا انتو first of all you just put the point لهون, just up to here. Measure it with the ruler, بعدين كملوا بالرولر, خلوا الرولر محطوط عشان ما يطلع اللاين معكم مايل, ومدوا للآخر. شوفوا how much is it. يعني if it was 3.5 here, you do 3.5 there. If it's 5 here, you do 5 there, and so on. هلا, same as the other point. You find from here to this line and continue drawing to the other side. So you need to use a ruler to match the 2 points. بعدين count هذه البوينت قد ايه بعيدة عن اللاين, mirror line. طبعا you can't find that إلا by using the ruler, أو some of you can count the squares. يعني هون it's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away and put your point. Okay? Yes, Zena.
Or teacher, to be more accurate, as you said, y equals x, like if it was -3, x will be -3. So we can say like if it was -6, we can only like point the dot at -6, right?
Yes, yes, excellent. Look, here it's 6 for the y, معناته it's going to be -6 for the x. بس هلا using the ruler is much better for me. في رح يخربطوا by using the coordinates. What, Sarah?
Okay.
Sarah? Oops.
بس هلا هو بيكون هذا بس لما يحكوا لك إنه y equals x or x equals y.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, only in this case. Okay. Type. Let's do, oh, actually we are done with the translation. Translation is so easy, by the way. Yani you just need to draw your mirror line, and so these are the lines that we did already, and you do it. هلا, that was question 1. احنا ما رح نحله كله. We're just gonna do one part of it. For example, part B. هلا, it says in the question, طبعا by the way بالهومورك أنا حكيت لكم باللاست سلايد الهومورك حلوه على البراكتس بوك نفسه عشان ما تقعدوا تنقلوا الجرافس على الدفتر. you just do it. يعني ما رح نبعت answer sheet. ترسموا الجرافs على البراكتس بوك. هلا اللي ما معها خلص مضطرة إنها تستعمل الانسر شيت اللي ما معها البراكتس بوك. بس if you have the practice book, you can just do the questions on the practice book, take a picture of your answer and send it to me. هلا part B here, we need to do reflection for this triangle on the mirror line y equals 3. So first of all, you need to draw your line. So it says y equals 3. So this is the y-axis and this is 3. So you draw a straight line here. هلا this point stays on the mirror line. And this point, it's 1, 2. So you count 1, 2. This is it. That point is also 2 units away from the line. 1, 2. So we count 1, 2 and put the point. خلاص, we get the 3 points. So you just match them. This one with this one. And you match these two. And you match these two. So you get the reflection. Same for the other questions. Sarah.
بس هذا لو حليناه هذا على الكورس بوك.
طبعا عادي. هذا هلا اللي احنا عم نحله هون على الكورس بوك. كله على الكتاب حلو. اسهل ما تقعدوا تنقلوه على دفتر، صعب تقعدوا تنقلوا كل واحد.
Thank you.
اوكي. هلا that was the translation. هي الانسر key of it. انتوا بتحلوه لحالكم. The other two parts you do them by yourself. But then you can make sure of your answers. When you're done, you can look at them through the PowerPoint. Okay? Hello, we're going to start with the translation. So we're done with the reflection. Hello, we're going to do the translation. So the translation is to slide a shape, slide it. So in this shape, Yara, please, بس أخلص بشوف سؤالك. Keep raising your hand. So here, in this triangle, we just slide it, move it from place to another. When you move it, the shape is going to stay the same. See, look at this triangle. It's moving from one place to another. Stays the same triangle. Okay? Now, how do we do the translation? It's so easy. It's just counting squares. So here in this rectangle, it says, translate this shape 3 squares left and then 8 squares down. So for each point of the rectangle, you're going to count 3 squares left, 8 squares down. So if you start, for example, with this point, go to the left 3 squares. So this is 1, 2, 3. Then 8 down. So you count 8 down. This is your new point. Now, another point. This point, 3 left. Then 8 down. Put a point. Now this one, 3 to the left and 8 down. This is it. You got the 3 points. You can match them. Another question. That's shape and that's the image of it. What translation will map the shape here? هلا, you can just choose one point and count. هلا, if you count to, هلا, as you see, that is the original shape. This is the image. This is the image. So we count right or left first. It moved to the right. How many units right? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So 7 to the right, 4 up. This is the description of it. And you continue the rest. Yes, Yara, what was the question?
Miss, I just wanted to ask 2 things. When we do them on the course book, should we send them to you?
لا, I just need the practice book.
And what's the homework? Are you going to tell it to us at the end of the class?
رح أحكي بس خليني أخلص يارا لأنه we don't have enough time. Okay. هلا. The translation again, girls, is so easy. رح أعمل برضو part B here. It says, this kite actually, we need to move it 2 squares right, 3 squares down. So if you look at this, start with this point, move it 2 to the right, 3 down. So this is 1, 2, then 3 down, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be here. Now this one, 1, 2, then 3 down, 1, 2, 3, here. Now this, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, here. And obviously, it's clear that the last one is going to be here. Then you match the points. Oops, this one with this one with this one. This is how your shape going to look like. هلا, the last one, بس the rotation. Jude, yes, Jude.
Teacher, we can also just move one point and we can know the other points.
Exactly, like... yes. يعني في some students شو بيعملوا? They just move one point, بعدين they just look at the other points قد ايه بعاد عن that one.
It would be faster.
Of course, but في some students they prefer to use point by point. So it's up to you what you prefer. هلا التريانجل for example برضه سهل. 3 to the right, 2 up. Look, 1, 2, 3, 2 up. This. هلا هاي البوينت مبينة قد ايه بعيدة عن هاي. هون رح تكون. And this point is 2 units below that one is here. So you can simply connect your triangle. Okay, the translation is so easy. هلا rotation, look, rotation أنا already عملت لكم فيديو عليه, فبدي أفرجيكم الفيديو. هو 4 minutes والفيديو خلص رح يكون ال ending of our class, بس كتير ضروري إنكم تحضروا الفيديو. let's show it together عشان بعد الفيديو إذا في أي حدا عنده سؤال سريع إحنا ضايل معنا يدوب 5 minutes. This is it. Okay, let me start it. هلا, before I start, there are 3 important things should be given. Yes, Nada?
Teacher, we can't hear anything.
Can't you hear anything at all?
No, nothing.
طيب look, أنا رح أشرح. بس أنتوا شايفين الفيديو؟
Yes.
Okay, fine. أنا رح أشرح واسمعوني وأنا بحكي لكم عنه. هلا الروتيشن في 3 important things you should be given إذا بتتذكروا from grade 6. You have to be given the degrees, how many degrees you need to rotate your shape, and the center of your rotation, and the direction. في some direction clockwise, some counterclockwise. طبعا the best way for doing the rotation is the tracing paper. Okay? هلا, for the tracing papers, you know, if you turn your paper once, that's 90 degrees. If they tell you 180 degrees, you turn your paper twice. If it's 270 degrees, in general هم either 90 أو 180. 270 كتير قليل نشوفها, بس if you see it, it's 3 turns. إيش يا جنى؟ جنى.
Sorry, teacher, I read it by mistake.
لمار. طيب, I will continue. معلش ما رح أخذ أسئلة هلا. خلينا نخلص الروتيشن. So look here. Here, they give you the degrees, it's 180, and the center is 4. They have to be given. ما بنقدر نعمل الروتيشن إذا ما أعطوني degrees, center, direction. هلا ال 180 degrees, it's not necessarily to tell you clockwise or counterclockwise, لأنه it's the same for 180 degrees. Now, this is the tracing paper. هلا you put your tracing paper over the shape. طبعا the axis, it's not important to draw the axis, but it's very important to draw your shape on the tracing paper and put the center. The center is 4, 4, so you just plot it, a point, 4, 4. And now they tell you 180 degrees. So how many turns? It's half turn, يعني twice. You turn the paper twice. So this is 1, and we need another one, 2. هلا when you turn the paper, you put the point back on the point. And do you see where's your triangle? هلا التريانجل اللي على tracing paper, you're gonna copy it the same on your book or the notebook or the practice book. So that's going to be the rotation for this question. هلا if you look at part B, you have this shape. You draw it on the tracing paper, and you need to see the center. It's 0.43 on the book and on the tracing paper. It says 90 degrees clockwise. Clockwise is mean with the clock. This is where are we going to turn the paper. 90 degrees means you turn the paper once, only one time. So you hold on your paper and just turn it one time clockwise. So see, this is it, just one time. And then, طبعا that's 2 times if they tell you 180 degrees. Now we just need to turn it one time. So turn the paper one time and then draw your graph again on the grid question. طبعا دائما when you're done graphing, make sure that you did it correctly. And you put your tracing paper again over it to make sure it's at the top of it. Same as part C, the last one. هلا part C, هدول questions, by the way, are the questions of the course book. You draw the paper, the graph, and you put the point 4, 3. هلا they tell you